When I wrote this poem, I was looking at the idea of the metaphor of mine, the word that means a mine where you extract an ore, O-R-E, and the idea of mine being something belonging to me. So I was looking at two ideas. One, the extraction of minerals. The other, the extraction of life. What is mine? What belongs to me? And I then found the word ore, O-R-E. The extraction of minerals is an ore. But also we have the existence of life, which is A-W-E, ore. Sounds the same, two different meanings. A deep breath inflates a sigh, pure ore. So I'm playing with words here, we know this. But toes curling crumbly edge. I named the book after this because I just love that idea. It's the idea of our existence being on the edge of eternity. We're on the precipice of existence. Every moment, every breath that we take in, we're right on the edge of it. You know, in the next moment, it can all stop. Last year, one of our friends phoned us up when we were in the UK. He was in Japan. We were on a video phone. We were talking to each other. And we were talking about all sorts of things and showed him all sorts of things that we were doing. He talked about what he was doing. And 24 hours later, we got a phone call saying he's dead. He dropped dead of a heart attack. He just died. This was a man who was 60 years old, that didn't smoke, didn't drink, exercised well. He just, bang, gone. You know? Toes curling, crumbly edge. That's where we are. We're standing at the precipice of being. Our toes are gripping the crumbly edge. And one moment, in front of us all, it will be gone. We all travel that journey. We all have to travel that journey. We don't have a choice on this. So we can look at life and we can think about it as, I've got this problem today, I've got this nonsense, I've got this, I'm up to my eyeballs in this stress, all of this. We can do that, we can consume the whole of this precious ore that we mine out of the universe to give us our life, by being worried about stuff that is unimportant in the extreme. Unimportant. And while we're wandering around with our head in our hands, above us, the stars and the universe and the multiverse we exist in goes on, and you're not even looking at it. You're not even seeing it. You're not listening to the birds. You're not listening to the water. You're not watching the clouds. You know? Mine. Imagine being transfixed by a setting sun. Eyes feasting beauty. Beyond a gaze, you seeing me. A deep breath inflates a sigh. Pure awe. Somewhere, stand at precipice. Toes curling, crumbly edge. White noise cliff rushes. Snow falling to a non-existent point. Powdered waterfall of chalky time floating away from itself. Loose nanoseconds deconstructing moment. Ledge conscious in the now, seemingly separate from the spectacle of other, you, the single point, an experience of being, extracting the awe of life. Perspective. Take a breath and suck inside yourself some of that atmosphere which lies tissue thin around our planet. We forget how thin the atmosphere is because we do not need to remember such trivia. Our lives are clamped by gravity into so few meters that the planet does not even notice them. If we travelled 5 miles upwards on a bicycle, we would die of suffocation before we arrived at our destination. We forget such facts. Memory is a mystery in which we reserve few thoughts, some odd ideas, and the names of things and people around us. 5 miles up is a forgotten environment, too far from memory to matter. Most people travel that far every day just to go to work. But they do it on the ground. We live our lives on the ground, where the atmosphere is at its thickest. Take a breath and suck precious atmosphere into your blood through the filters of your lungs. Without that precious air, you would not exist. Devoid of atmosphere, no life would exist. Precarious lives, chanced on possibilities so small, it is better not to think about them. Only in a universe unimaginably large could such small possibilities like ourselves exist. No matter how important we think we are, the mathematics simply cannot agree. Our numbers are small. We are infinitesimal and are gifted with a flash of light we call life. Take a breath and suck in that wonderful air. You will only have so many draws on its bounty, and then you will be gone. Perhaps such thoughts bring fear or sadness, but pray, do not let such false demons plague you so. Feel and understand what it is you have in your own living, breathing, being. Understand how rare the experience of life is, and know the value of the gift. You are unique. Your life is unique. You can choose how to be that life, and you can look at the stars. In an infinite multiverse, where numbers stretch in all directions, being so infinitesimally small is the largest opportunity. Imagine being transfixed by a setting sun, eyes feasting beauty. Beyond a gaze, you seeing me. A deep breath inflates a sigh. Pure awe. Somewhere, stand at precipice, toes curling crumbly edge. White noise cliff rushes, snow falling into non-existent point. Powdered waterfall of chalky time, floating away from itself. Loose nanoseconds deconstructing moment. Ledge conscious in the now, seemingly separate from the spectacle of other. You, the single point, an experience of being, extracting the awe of life.